everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last build we went video game when we built the axe from World of Warcraft. Actually it was a concept axe from World of Warcraft. But if you missed that build, we're going to include the link in the description below to our channel's homepage so you can go over there and check out World of Warcraft axe or any of the other cool builds we have there. But for this build, we're going to go sci-fi. So without further ado, Black Sheep Props would like to introduce you to the newest member of the family. Woo, yeah, check it out. In all of its deep, dark, scratched up glory, the Scout Trooper Blaster Pistol from Star Wars. That's right, dig that. Wow, all black, scratched up, tons of circle details that we do on this. For in the barrel, see it's got that cool scope on the side. It's got all this cool round detail at the top and the sides. We've got a really contoured out handle right here. Really cool stuff. Super easy too, and really easy paint job. So in this episode, making an EVA foam Scout Trooper Blaster Pistol, part 1, we're going to begin going step by step through how to make it. And we have a template for it too, so if you want to build along with us, we'll include the link to our storefront in the description below, so you can go there and grab a template if you want, or don't, that's cool too. If you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Alright, here we go. We're going to begin doing our body and our handle. We're going to use 36mm, that's 1.5 inches thick for both pieces, and then we're going to sandwich a 6mm piece in the middle. So we're going to go ahead to the bandsaw and the scroll saw, and we're going to cut these out. Keep your fingers out of the plane of the blade, just like that. There we go, perfect. Nice 90-degree sides. These are just like that. Okay, so this 6mm spacer is supposed to sit back about 1/8 of an inch from there, and it's going to probably do the same thing on the back. It's probably going to come in about 1/8 of an inch. So let's go ahead and make that mark, right, just like that. Here and here. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. That's what's going to happen. These are going to sandwich together, but before we do that, we're going to want to do a little bit of shaping on here, all right? Okay, we've got our gloves on, we've got our dust mask on. You know what we always say, don't be a dum-dum. If you're going to Dremel, wear a dust mask. You don't want to be breathing this stuff in. All right, so this shaping is going to be very easy. This one's going to be a little more tricky. All right, we're going to carve out an area here for our finger, and then on this side we're going to carve out 2 areas. And we're going to round the handle, okay? So we're going to go in with our rough bit first. That's pretty cool. Like it, like it. It's a tad thick, but that's not bad. Wow, look at that. Crazy. We're going to come in with our smooth bit now, and we're going to clean it up. All right, there we go. We've softened all of the edges up so they're slightly rounded over. That is going to be pretty nice. All right, now we're going to come in with some sandpaper. Okay, now we're going to come in with this 220 piece of sandpaper. We're going to wrap it around this PVC pipe, just like that. And then we're going to come in here. Look at that. Nice. Okay, that's really smoothing it out right in there. All right, now let's seal it. Be careful, man. That thing's a skin peeler. This thing's hotter than Venus, man. Oh, nice. Wow. That is tightening up. Look at that. All right, there we go. Our foam's all nice and tightened up. Now we're all right, you know the drill. Let both sides dry and then it can make contact. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to make sure it's centered back here. Beautiful. All right, let's get it together. All right, there we go. Cool, man. Check that out. A couple extra steps, but now we got this jamming little recess right here in between the bodies. Wow. And again, fingers fit in there. Got this carved out. Wow. Pretty cool. All right, we've got these tiny little 3mm pieces. We're going to come in with our brass tube and we're going to poke out the holes. Look at that, goes right through in about 3 spins. All right, they went flying everywhere. There we go. We've got 4 perfect little rivets. Perfect, there we go. All right, we're going to bring in a little bit of super glue. Get our rivet wet. Stick it right on there. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to do this little detail piece that's going to go on the side of the handle. We are going to come in with this 3mm piece of foam and our brass tube, and we're going to poke out 2 little circles. All right, now we're going to take this 2mm piece, we're going to cut it out with the X-Acto. There we go, nice. Really easy stuff, right? These are going to come in here and here. And this we're going to cut out also, the 6mm. We're going to use our blade. Just like that. Beveled the edge. Now let's seal it. Perfect, just enough to soften the edge. All right, let's heat this one really quick. There we go. All right, now our line is off a little bit that we drew on here, so we're going to have to kind of fudge it. All right, there we go. Give it a minute. Okay, now we're going to start doing a couple of these little pieces that are going to go up on the front where the barrel sticks out. We've got an 18mm foam dowel that's going to be our barrel, and we've got these two pieces that are going to go behind it, and we have our center lines marked already. That's it. Okay, now we're going to take this 24mm piece, all right, we're going to make the barrel out of this. We're going to take it over to the scroll saw and we're going to cut it out, but we're going to tip the table so that the cut is on an angle so we can make a tapered barrel, all right? All right, there we go. Check it out. Got a nice taper on there. This is going to go right in there just like that. Right. Okay, now what we're going to do is this. All right, we're going to find the right size brass tube. All right, probably right here. All right, that's what we're going to do. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to cut the tip of this off. You're saying, what the heck? After we did this beautiful taper, let's put a line there. All right. There we go. Now we're going to use our brass tube. We're going to get it right in the center, just like that. Let's make sure we're centered. There we go. Now we're going to come back and we're going to stick that on, and we have an open barrel. A little super glue. A foam squeegee. Put our piece right back together. All right, let's take a look. Boom, there we go. Beautiful. Perfect, look at that. There we go, perfect. You know what we always say, don't just drop it down. Get your eyes all the way around the whole piece. Make sure you're in a good spot and you're centered. There we go. We're centered this way. Looking good, man, look at that. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna begin doing the kind of elaborate looking side detail. Elaborate, but super easy. We're just gonna come in here with two dowels, a 24mm and a 36mm. And if you noticed, what we did is we drew a mark here, here, and all these dots. And then the same thing here, a bunch of dots. And then we drew our middle line right there, and we continued the line all the way down. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the bandsaw and we're gonna cut these two dowels in half right down the middle first. All right, here we go, check it out. Split it right down the middle. Now we're gonna keep the two halves that we didn't use because we're gonna be using these exact same things for another piece on this. So here we go. All right, we've got them halved, just like that. Now, we're gonna just cut every one of these lines to get our pieces, all right? Then we're gonna assemble it all. All right, there we go. Got all. And we'll use the lines on our cutting mat as a guide. Perfect. All right, there we go, just like that. This is going to go up at the front. All right, there we go. Wow, that is tight, man. All right, let's make some marks and get down.
Let's seal that raw end. Ooh, nice. All right, check it out. We just soften the edge, okay? Instead of it being a really hard edge like these cuts, we rounded it off. That little soft little edge just adds, oh yeah, that adds a nice look. All right, so now we're gonna go through all of these larger ones and we're gonna slightly soften the edge before we stick it all down. All right, now we're just gonna get all the bottoms. Really simple stuff. We're gonna line it up at the front, just like that. We're gonna lay it right down on our Sharpie mark, right there. And we're gonna go tight up against the piece right before it. You hold it up here high and you make sure it's centered, and then you slide it right down to the ground. Just like that. Keep going. That is crazy, man. Crazy. Wow. Okay, now what we're going to do is this. Here's our trigger guard, and it's 12mm foam. This is going to line up on the bottom, and it's going to meet up at the handle. So we drew this line here at the end, which is kind of where it looks like it's going to go to match right up on there. All right, so we're going to go cut this out on the bandsaw and the scroll saw. All right, there we go. Check it out. Not bad. Pretty cool. I think it's going to be perfect. All right, we lined it up. We're going to make sure we're going right down in the center where our marks were, like that. That is cool. Let's heat seal it now, tighten it up. All right, what do you know? More circles. All right, we've got some 8mm and some 4mm. We're just going to cut them out. All right, there we go. Now we've got these 8mm. It's just a hair thicker. We could probably do this with the blade, but we're going to go to the scroll saw for these. All right, there we go. We've got 3 8s and we've got 2 4s. All right, now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking these and we're going to be stacking them up. All right, cool. And what we did was we marked our center point. All right, now we're going to begin the details on the top of our pistol, and we're going to use the leftover piece of 24mm dowel that we halved right down the middle. We've got all right, there's those all cut. They'll go with this. Now we're going to come in with this tiny little 12mm. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it down the middle, and then we're going to slice little pieces off of it. All right, so that one's a thin one. We'll probably come in with our X-Acto blade for that one, just like that. All right, now this is going to be the same thing we did last time. We're going to come in and we're going to lay these around the top. All right, there's our marks. Now we're going to come in and start with the large one, and then we're just going to alternate them. Now because these are kind of really small pieces, we're going to use super glue for these, but what we're also going to do is what we've done before. We're going to take all these large ones and we're going to lightly soften the edge. All right, there we go. Now we're going to use our X-Acto knife. We're going to place it. Now we're going to come with a smaller one. We're going to center it right on our line, just like that. Push it down. All right, that top section is going to be made up of 2 half rounds, okay? We're going to use a 36 millimeter, and we probably only need about 1.25 inches for the overall length. So it's going to be from here to here. All right. Now we're going to go and knock this out on the bandsaw, and then after we do that, we'll make our 2 cuts. All right, there we go. Right through. All right, we have our 36 millimeter cut in half. Now we need to work with the 24 millimeter piece. All right, here we go. Now this is going to come up against here, and we're going to need to cut a curve right here on the end so that it goes right up against it. All right, here we go. We've got our half of our 36 millimeter, we've got our 1-inch haft, and then we went to the scroll saw and we cut this curve out right here. And it looks like we eyeballed it and it's going to be absolutely perfect. That's totally livable right there. That is nice. Okay, now we're going to attach this. Make sure we're lining our bottom edge up flush. Now we're going to push it right up against there to get really good contact. Really cool. That's going to come in and go right up here like that. We're going to leave a little space right in there. Or are we going to match it up? Now let's go ahead and match it up, right? What we're going to do though is round off this edge everywhere. We're going to get this stuck down as well. There we go. All right, nice. All right, we've got this little piece of 3 millimeter foam. We're going to come in with our brass tube. We're going to pop out a couple holes. All right, here we go. These are all the pieces that are going to make up our scope on the side of our gun. All right, we've got these 24 millimeter dowels that we're going to wrap with 3 millimeter foam so that they're the thickness we want. We're going to stack up 1.5 inches and 1 inch. That's a 36 millimeter and a 24 millimeter for this piece. And then this piece is going to be a 24 millimeter, an 8 millimeter, and another 24 millimeter. So we've got the thickness that we want. All right, so we're going to glue these together, and we're going to glue these 3 millimeter pieces around our dowels. Okay, these are stacked up. All right, we've got one of these dry and ready to go. We're going to come in and line this up flush on this end and right in the center there, like this. All right, let's go ahead and roll it. Pinch our seam together, just like that. Now let's make a mark on where we're going to cut these. All right, there's our two cut marks right here and right here. And then this one, and then this end we're going to be tapering, okay? But we'll wait and we'll do that later. So what we'll do first is we'll go over to the bandsaw and we'll knock these 3 cuts out. All right, here we go. We're prepared now with these pieces. Now we're gonna go over and cut these 2 super thick pieces out on the scroll saw. We've got our 2 circles we just cut out on the scroll saw. They're super thick. And we drew some marks on here because what we're gonna do is what you've seen us do before. We're going to Dremel a bevel on both ends of this piece and on one end of this piece. So we're going to bevel from this line to this line, all the way around. All right, there we go, that easy. We went from this line to that line. Now this is going to come in and it's going to attach right on there like that. And look at what we're getting. We're starting to get a scope going. Hot dog! Check that out. Wow! All right. Easy stuff. Now we're just going to do these. Beautiful bevels. Look at that. All right, now we're going to come in with our 220 sanding stick and we're going to smooth those out. Just like that. Oh yeah, that's nice. All right, now we'll come in with the 320. All right, there we go, nice and tight. Now this is going to be coming in right here, and this is going to attach to here. Look at that.
Wow, there you go. We knocked out the whole entire blaster pistol. And we started assembling our scope. But almost knocked the whole thing out in one build, and you saw how it was a circle fest, man. We did tons of circles, halved them all to get all this cool rounded circular detail on it. Really cool effect and super easy. And that's it, man. So far, so good. That concludes making an EVA foam Scout Trooper Blaster Pistol Part 1. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.